What's good, Life and Poetry fam, or shall I say, greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the channel with your boy, your host, you guessed it, Marcus T, this guy, back with another video for Wifey Takeover Month, guys. As I've said before in previous videos for this month here, the entire month of December, whatever video I do is at my wife's discretion. She came up with the topics for this month for us to talk about, or for me to do pertaining to the videos for the uploads as we close out 2020, so that we can close out with a great positive bang. And truth be told, I think every video she has on my calendar for me to do this month here is something of positivity. I like it, guys. One second, I gotta scoot down just one second. Watch this. All right, we're down. I felt like I was sitting too high, but yeah, we're closing out 2020 with all positivity, and I'm doing my best to keep up to that there. Although I know there's been some challenges here in 2020, but you know what, we're making it through. But before I jump into this video here, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. If you have been here before and have not already done so, or if this is your first time here, do me a huge favor and go ahead and push that subscribe button and join the Life and Poetry family, brand and team. Come on in. We're all family here at Life and Poetry. And once you've done that, go ahead and turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time we upload a video here on the Life and Poetry YouTube page. Once you subscribe, turn on notifications, go ahead and like this video, give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's all love, no matter what it is, guys. It's all love. It's all love. Even if you don't like this content, even if you can't stand this content, I can respect it. It's all love. Once you've done that, go and comment. All right, comment. Go spam my comments with something positive. As we close out, spam my comments with something positive under this video here. And once you comment, go and share this video, get it out there so people can see it, so people can feel that piece of positivity and have something to hold on to as we close out 2020. I know it was a lot. It seemed like it was a lot. And I feel like I'm dragging so much, and I really apologize for it. I'm trying my best to stay upbeat as we close out. But as I said, 2020 has been, it's been a lot. 2020 has been a lot. It's been a heavy toll on a lot of us, myself included, with all the ups and downs and spirals. But through it all, I'm still standing, and we're still standing. Even with everything, we're still standing. I don't know how. I'll take that back. By the grace of God, we're still standing. And I'm grateful for that. I truly am grateful for that. I'm grateful that I was able to press in, even with the trials and tribulations that came with this year. And there have been many. There have been some setbacks and pushbacks, some shortcomings. But with that came elevation as well. With that came learning. With that came understanding. With that came grace and favor and unity, believe it or not. And that's what this video is about here. It's about, just shedding or sharing, our gratefulness for what we have here as we close out this year. There's a lot to be grateful for. I know for me specifically, I got to speak for myself here. I'm grateful that God allowed me to make it to this point here, and to have allowed me to marry my best friend, my wife. He allowed me to go forward with that. Even in the midst of the chaos, he allowed me to love and to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to grant you this, son. I'm going to grant you this here, and I'm going to show you in this that, you know what, just stay faithful. Just stay positive, to be grateful for what we do have. I know we've lost a lot. I know my family included, we've lost a lot. If you've been with me this year, you know that tragically I lost my brother this year in the midst of the pandemic. And I wasn't able to go to his funeral. I wasn't able to get there. My doctors were a little bit nervous about me traveling with everything, and it's understandable. It's a lot going on, and I wouldn't put myself at risk, and I'm certain to say this here, he wouldn't have wanted me to do it either. He wouldn't have wanted me to put myself at risk to go and to be there where his funeral was. It was an outdoor funeral, but even still, I couldn't take that chance, and it hurts me to the core because that was my brother. I loved him dearly, dearly, and I still do. I love him dearly, ever so much, but I'm grateful that I have the memories. You know, I have 28 years. Well, I'm 20. I probably don't remember what happened before in the early years, but I have 20 plus years of memories of and with my brother. You know, I have memories of him coming up. He lived in the South with his mom, and I have memories of him coming up and him just spending time with us and family time on holidays and birthdays and just random moments. We would take a trip up here, and we were playing family dinners because he wanted to have a family dinner a lot of times, and we would just come together and just have fun. You know, we would play games and just be a family. You know. And I have those memories to cherish for the rest of my life. And another blessing that came, and it's amazing I can say this here. Before my brother left this earth, my God, he at his he in the love of his life conceived a child. And although my brother won't be here physically, I know that his spirit will be here within that child, or within his son. You know, I'm blessed to have another nephew added to my circle, to my family, to the family. You know, he's graced us with a son, and God willing, that his son grows up knowing that his father was loving and caring, generous and kind. You know, I'm grateful for those things. I'm grateful that his son is in good health right now while he's still in the womb, and that his fiance is in good health and good standing and holding strong, although she's having to go through this right now. I'm grateful that I was able to even meet her, and you know, when they came up together, and be able to just and induct her into the family. You know, it's amazing, guys. It's been so much in 2020, outside of the negativity that came. Like, there's been so many positive aspects of 2020 that came, that I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that, I've been smiling the whole way through, because it would be a complete lie. It would be a complete and utter lie. And I'm not here to do that. I'm here to give you the God's honest truth about it all. I've had my rough times. I've had rough times here in this year. When it came to my original wedding date, that had to get pushed back due to the COVID restrictions. There were times where I didn't know where I would be able to afford this or afford that, or be able to go do this or do that. There were times where I felt thinking that, what if I can't make it through? What if I can't this and that? And the blessing, again, the blessing that God kept bringing me back, and those around me kept encouraging me and pouring into me, so that I could understand that God has his hand on me. on us and on these situations. I know it's hard to stand to hold on to, because you can think, okay, if God doing this in third, well, why is this happening? I can't speak on that. I can speak on my faith and trusting that God is going to protect me and those around me, so that we can make it through this here. And that's my prayer. My prayer that God, that we can all come together and realize that as long as we keep that faith and keep pursuing God and the face of God and hearing His voice and waiting for Him to say move, that we can make it through this pandemic or this chaotic time. But again, through it all, I'm grateful. I'm here. I'm in good standing. I'm in good health. No matter what the world may say, or what the enemy may say about me, with what's going on with my medical diagnoses, I'm healed from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, and I'm standing on that. I'm standing sure-footed with my wife as we grow and build our family. Even in the midst of this here, we're growing, we're building, we're adapting, we're overcoming. And it's been a blessing to see the fight that we have strengthen, if it makes sense. It's strengthening, especially now during this time here, because it's like, oh my gosh, this has been a year we've been dealing with this here. I guess it's been about a year. Time has really been running together with me. Luckily, if I remember what day tomorrow is, but it's the fight and the strength that we have. I'm grateful for it, that although sometimes we may feel weak, and I've been there. I was there a few days ago. I was at my breaking point where I was ready to literally throw in the towel. I opened my mouth and said, I'm throwing in the towel. But luckily, my wife and her mom and sister were able to pull me back. And they were able to help me to understand that God has brought me through a lot, and brought me through too much to say I'm about to turn my back on Him again. I did it once before, and it went. I ended up on a extended vacation in 2016 while I was recovering, in those hospitals, in those physical rehabilitation facilities, and I'm not going back there. I'm grateful that I can say that I will not go back there. I'm grateful that God gave me the strength enough to press on, and carry on, no matter what it looks like in the midst of it all. In the midst of it all, I'm grateful that God said, you know what? You can have this moment here, but I'm going to show you when you finish who I am and what I'm about to do for you. And He did just that, just like that. In the midst of me on the floor, snot everywhere. They can contest to it. It was ugly. It was ugly. It was pure ugliness, to the point where I allowed it to manifest in my environment. And we had to I don't use that word. We're gonna have to, we had to get rid of that and work through it. We had to lay that to rest. We had to lay that to rest, because that wasn't here. That was not allowed in this environment. And I'm grateful for them for doing that for me. There's a lot to be in sorrow about, to be sad about, to be in mourning over. And I'm not taking that from nobody. I won't dare take that from nobody. We've lost a lot. We've been through a lot as a people, as a country. Globally, we've been through a lot, and I won't take that from nobody. I won't tell you how to mourn or how to get over or get through. But I can say I'm praying for you. I can say my prayer is that you find peace, and that you can find comfort through the midst of it all. Through the midst of it all. As I find myself having to do for myself, more often than not, praying for that peace is what got me through, and will continue to get me through. Even after that breakdown the other day, I had to get on my face that night after I ate me a good old fish sandwich from the carryout. Thanks, babe, for looking out for me with that. And I literally sat on my face till 3 a.m, just talking to God, pure conversation like I'm having now. It didn't have to be that big that big old church-like type prayer. I was thinking about the theological. I think that's how they say it, right? That big old, oh, you know what I'm talking about. The old prayers, you start screaming and stuff. I had a good conversation with God. Well, I had to, like, God, look, I messed up. I used some other words, but He knew who I was when I came to Him. I messed up. I had to ask for forgiveness and some more stuff. And I sat with Him, and he showed me, or rather He told me that it was all right, that it was okay, that He knew it was going to happen. He knew that I was at that point, but I had to get it out. He knew I had to get it out. I'm grateful for Him to understand. I'm grateful to be serving a God who understands. You know what I'm saying? A God who understands that we're human. Our vessels are human. And our vessels are going to go through these emotions and these times where we may have that lapse, lapse of judgment or whatever it may be. But even still, it's like, oh my, I'm grateful for that. Grateful that God saw me and He was like, look, son, you got to get it together. I'm going to give you your time, but get it together. For me, that's a lot. For me, I've been through so much. These past 4, 5, 6, 7 years I've been through, I've been to hell and back a few times. I've seen death, right? I looked it right in her face. I looked it right in its face. Right in its face. But I'm still standing. I'm still here standing because I held on then. And I gotta hold on now. I gotta keep pushing. I got a wife to think about now. I got this family to build now. I gotta understand that I have to look and find those light moments in the dark, and to be grateful and understanding that they may be small aspects of something there, but they're there. That light is there. I just have to find it. I gotta hold on to it. I gotta allow that light, like this ring light I'm using. I gotta allow it to illuminate my space as it inhabits me. But as I move into 2021 and as we move into 2021, my prayer is that we find that thing that we can hold on to and say, you know what, I'm grateful for this year. I'm grateful for the business I started. I'm grateful for the family I started. I'm grateful for the child that may have been born this year. I'm grateful for for being able to provide for my family, to keep food in the refrigerator. I'm grateful for the little things as well as those grand things. That's my prayer as we move in, as we close out this calendar year and move into the next. My prayer is that we hold on to something and be grateful for the little things as we stand in expectation and preparation for the bigger things that's to come. I have to stand on that. I have to stand on believing that it doesn't end here. The virus ends here. The pandemic ends here. But the grace doesn't end here. The favor doesn't end here. The mercy doesn't end here. The blessing doesn't end here. Manifestation, transformation, elevation. The shift doesn't end here. Something great's coming. I believe it in my soul. Something great is coming. It's on the horizon for us. We got to hold on to it. We got to grab it. Fortify it. We got to do it. Life and poetry, we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to be grateful for something. There's a lot to be grateful for, but we got to find it. We have to find it. We have to find that thing again, no matter how small it may be. It can be as small as the rubber piece on your earbuds, or the small as the tip of your pen, right? Small as the tip of your pen. It can be about anything. Find it. Hold on to it. It's yours to boast about. It's yours to be grateful for. Life and poetry. Let's close out 2020 with a grateful mindset. We made it to this part. We're about to move into the next. And we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep pressing, and we're going to keep pushing on. And we're going to come together and say, you know what? Let's get it together. Let's fix it. let's do our part. Let's do our part so that this can be over with, you know, so we can get to that place of back to just pure love, you know, in contact with each other. I know I'm grateful for it all. I'm going into 2021 with a smile on my face, with my wife at my side. You know, a smile on my face, with my wife at my side. I got to smile just a little bit. I can't smile too much. I got a tooth missing back there. I don't want y'all to see that. But I'm going to smile through it all because I have something to smile about. I have something to smile about. It may have been a hard year, but you know what? I had some good moments this year. I had some great moments this year. That's what it was. I had some great moments this year. 2020, as we bid you adieu. 2021, as we bid you anew. Let's move into this with gratefulness in our hearts and a smile on our face. Life and poetry. That's all it is. Let's be grateful as we close out this year. And as always, it's my prayer that those families, any person or the families, any person or persons that have been affected by the COVID-19 virus, my prayer for you is that you can find comfort, some type of peace. My prayer is that we continue to seek God's face. Our prayer is that God continue to grant that favor and mercy over the nations, and that we can move in healing and walk in the healing. My prayer for those who are right now battling this here, my prayer is that the blood of Jesus runs through your veins, which is purified, and that you are healed from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. My prayer is that you are able to stand sure-footed in grace. My prayer is that you have everything you need to press into the new year. All that and more. All that and more. Life and poetry. All that and more. All that and more. And before I start preaching, I got to get out of here. Life and poetry. You know what time it is. Stay safe. Be blessed. And until next time, we out. Peace.